there and welcome. Look, I know, listen, I know there wasn't an immediate reaction. I'm sorry. We've not had booze since episode 3. Come on, boy. Literally, everyone on my Twitter Insta was asking me to do some sort of immediate reaction after the game. I would have loved to, but I was out and I just wanted to enjoy the moment and actually live seeing the Champions League final win myself. I'm sorry because it would have made a good video, but here we are like a week later. It's a bit late. Again, I do apologize. I've been moving house during the course of this week. When my setup's fully done, you might actually see face cam in this series. Anyway, no one cares about that. You're here for one thing and one thing only. And that's the background footage. Literally no one is here for that at all. What are you even on about? Picture the scene. It's the biggest game in European football. An all-English Champions League final for the first time in a decade between Liverpool and Spurs. It's gonna be cagey. It's gonna be hard fought. It's gonna be scrappy. It could be an hour before we see the first goal of the game. Nice of Musa to point towards his own exit door, though. Salah sticks the penalty away within about 0.4 seconds of the game starting, and before you can even come up with a funny tweet for when Spurs bottled a game. And it sparked a first half full of elegance, of shocks, of spice. I'm talking about the streaker, not the football. The football was dead. We don't care about that. Basically, model Kinsey Wolanski, I think it is, ran onto the pitch to promote her boyfriend's business, which is called Vitaly Uncensored. Her social accounts gained a ridiculous amount of followers, and honestly I'm struggling to picture a reason as to why. To be fair, it makes a great change. Usually pitch invaders are called Barry and they're 53 from Carlisle, so I'll take it. Pretty sure she's the only person to dribble past Virgil van Dijk this season, although in actuality it was probably Virgil van Dijk who was doing the dribbling. You'd have honestly seen better content in the first half from a group of under-7 Sunday League footballers, but in the second half there was a crucial point as Heung-min Son's away on goal. Divock, mate, I'm bringing you on. This could be the biggest night of your career. It's the Champions League final. We're under the cosh. We're only winning 1-0. I need another goal from you. Can you handle it?
No problem, mate, yeah? No problem.
Divock Origi, otherwise known as the father to my children, comes on and scores with 3 minutes to go to make it 2-0 and effectively end the game. And then he saunters over to the corner flag as if he's just scored against Havant and Waterlooville away from home. It's the Champions League final, mate. How are you that cool under pressure? The game ends 2-0. Liverpool have their 6th Champions League. I'm going mental in a random Nottingham pub. And Jurgen Klopp, well, he's got his priorities sorted from the get-go.
Where are the drinks?
Stop it. Get some help.
Alberto Moreno's won a Champions League. Dear mother of God. Now, on a level, good luck to him and Daniel Sturridge. They announced they were leaving Liverpool. I wish them all the best in the future. Liverpool then went on an open-top bus tour of the city, and the crowds were absolutely insane. I don't think I've seen that many people show up to a parade before for winning a footballing trophy. It's genuinely ridiculous.
Get some help.
I think one of my favourite things, though, about this victory and the aftermath of it has got to be a group of Liverpool fans taking an inflatable Champions League trophy into the Barcelona club store and just celebrating with it, flinging it around the gaff. They cheered in front of Lionel Messi, like, well, a picture of him, not actual. I don't know why he would have been there. And for that reason, I've got to award them with the Housery Award for this week. In much more depressing news, football has been abducted. It's so far away from home now. England managed to throw away a 1-0 lead quite dramatically in the semi-finals of the UEFA Nations League to the Netherlands. 3-1 was the final score despite a Marcus Rashford penalty in the first half. And as far as I'm concerned, this competition is back to being the Checker Trade Trophy of international football. Never cared about it anyway. Honestly, never did. I didn't care at all. It was a game of horrendous defensive howlers. First of all from Matthijs de Ligt and then about 27 from England. John Stones reckoned he was prime Manchester United Cristiano Ronaldo, when in actual fact he was prime Manchester United Eric Jemba. I've genuinely seen better ball retention in an Amsterdam back alley. The thing is, it wasn't even just him. All 4 of our back line spent the whole second half just looking at each other, waiting for someone to make a mistake. Anyway, a collective brain cell count of 7 7.5 between our defence and midfield means we've lost yet another semi-final, and we'll be facing Switzerland in the most pointless of pointless games after they were defeated by a Cristiano Ronaldo hat-trick. It's alright, boys, don't worry. Euro 2020's got our names written all over.
Remembered in Nantes? No. Just when you think you've seen it all.
A toy version of a Volkswagen Golf delivering a football for a... I've literally seen it all now. Good job Ollie wasn't at the wheel though, I guess. Meanwhile, over in the Under-20s World Cup, we had an incredibly close game between Honduras and Norway, which saw the Scandinavian side win at 12-0. Sorry, was the other team alive during the game? Norwegian striker Erling Haaland scored a 9 on his own. 9 goals in one game. Does he get 3 match balls? You just thought after goal number 8, he'd be like, well, you know, my job here is done. Probably ought to calm down and relax a bit here. I don't know, man. It's a result that's really gonna linger for a while for the Honduras players, because... Anyway, Neymar got nutmegged by a youngster in training for Brazil and reacted in normal Neymar fashion. So it's all good when you're rainbow flicking French farmers, but when it's you on the receiving end, it's an issue. In fairness, that skill was pretty much assault, to be honest. Having said that, it's probably not a good time to mention assault when around Neymar, really, is it? But now, boys and girls, it's time for the FNG transfer roundup. First of all, in crime news, Real Madrid have committed theft on Chelsea by agreeing a deal of only £88 million for Eden Hazard. You compare that to Felipe Coutinho, I mean, come on. Although having said that, he funded 2 deals that won us the Champions League, so I guess he is worth a lot. In North London, Christian Eriksen wants a new challenge. That's the footballers speak for basically, you're all shit, I'm getting the hell out of here. Manchester United are signing Swansea youngster Daniel James. To be honest, I wouldn't go for him. His decision-making is clearly absolutely horrendous. And in OAP news, 67-year-old Gianluigi Buffon has left Paris Saint-Germain. Current rumours suggest there wasn't enough oatmeal at the club to keep the Italian happy. Still 0-0 time though now, and this obviously is the best Sunday League action of this week. We've gone international again. This time we're in Russia. So the team in green about to launch a throw-in into the area. It gets cleared by the team in black and white, only as far as a midfielder who swings and misses on the volley, decides to play it back to his goalkeeper. I don't understand. I don't physically understand. How do you do this? How do you go from air-shotting a volley in the opposition box to scoring an own goal 3 seconds later? The best part of it is, right, he's literally looking around at everyone else as if it's not his fault. You've just half-volleyed the ball into your own net. It's firmly your fault, son. Over in Asia, Mongolia faced Brunei Darussalam in a World Cup qualifier for 2022, 3 years before the tournament takes place. Brunei lost 2-0. If only they'd had the box playing for them. Meanwhile, over in Germany, a 5th-tier side sacked their manager via WhatsApp this week. It's the end of the season, and in their final game, in protest, he decided to turn up in fishing gear. He was sat on the side of the pitch, not caring one bit about anything tactical. He's my favourite guy. I absolutely love the pettiness of it all. Yeah, it's calm. I'll get a pick. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, that's... Oh, you want one as well. Okay, yeah, sound. Yeah, so we're done. No, we're not done. Do you want one as... And you, I've got somewhere to be. In the Netherlands, a Dutch amateur striker managed to score 0 goals across 20 games in his season, and his mates somehow managed to create a trend. They got loads of famous people to send him a message about how terrible he is, including Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Max Verstappen, Ruud Gullit, and Patrick Kluivert. The poor geese, that's the end of you, innit? You might as well sack off the next season. You're never recovering from that.
20 games, 0 goals. What the f is that?
But that is going to wrap up football this week, and I hope you have enjoyed it. Once again, another bump-backed one. I know a lot of you wanted to see my reaction to Liverpool winning the Champions League. I can confirm, at the time, I was giving it full beans. If you've enjoyed this episode of FTW, though, slap a like on it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video, and it massively helps me out. You can also follow me on social media. It's at the official FNG on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.